guys, and welcome back to my live chat. I am super excited to share something with you today that I've been working on for about a year, just under a year, and it has been a challenge and a half. I lost everything and then I had to redo everything, but I did it, I made it, and I'm super excited to share this with you. So it's always been my biggest dream to write my own books, and I've always pretty much had a direction, an idea of where I want to go with my books. It did take me 10 years longer than what I initially dreamed. I wanted to do it by the age of 30, and now I did it at the age of 41. Which is still awesome. I'm super happy, super stoked, super proud of myself. I've worked on a book for the past year, and it was obviously inspired by me turning 40 and then facing like little things that I never realized I would face at 40. Don't know why 40, but it was 40 for me. So the idea behind this book, and I'm going to show you now, was obviously midlife, and you know, like when you go through your different changes in life, and one day you wake up and you realize, shucks, I'm like halfway through my life. Have I done everything I wanted to do? Have I accomplished my goals? Have I even gone after my goals? What was it that I dreamt about when I was 18 and 19 and 20? Have I done that? Have I reached the place that I wanted to be when I turned 40 or 50 or whatever goal it was for you? I do think that 40 is the perfect midlife line, because if you are lucky and blessed enough to turn 80, you literally are halfway there. So I'm going to share this book with you. I love it, and I think every woman approaching like maybe 35 should get her hands on this book, because it's good. So here is the book. It is called Midlife Cleanse. Midlife Cleanse. I wrote a little bit about it, which I will read for you now. And then it is, it's almost like a journal, but I take you through the journey in the journal, where you will discover yourself again. We all know that you get married, you have dreams, you leave school, you have dreams, you get married, your dreams never go away, but life happens. So you get married, you've got to get used to being married. Then you start thinking about kids, then you have kids, then you're raising the kids. Then all of a sudden one day you wake up and the kids are like all tweens. And then before you know it, you're sitting with a teenager in the house. And then it's like, what happened? What happened over the last 20 years? Where did the time go? What have I done? Is this where I want to be? Who am I? Like, those are the kind of questions we ask ourselves at some point, after this whole like rushing into life, rushing into starting life and starting careers and starting marriages and being parents and all of that stuff. This book will help you find yourself again, and it's super exciting. I really planned it, all the detail down to a T. I tested it, I've done it, I played with it the whole year, and I think it's a brilliant Christmas gift for the ladies. So I'm quickly going to read the back of the book so that you have got like a little bit of a better idea what it's about. I always had plans for when I turned 40. I took the age 40 many years ago and put it on a pedestal. Like it was something special. In my mind, it was the year I would drive a brand new red Ferrari, or maybe get a personal chef, seeing that cooking is not something I love. Turned out 40 was a big year, but not exactly the way I thought and planned. It didn't go exactly as I planned, and all those years prior to 40. And once I realized life is not just a fairy tale, I also come to the realization that there's obviously a reason for people calling it midlife crisis. This book will help you get back on track. Midlife is nothing but a clean slate, a new chapter, and it's the perfect time for a brand new you. So that's basically what I wrote in the back. 40 really for me was like the place where I'm going to arrive and then just, I don't know, live happily ever after, that whole crazy fairy thing that we grow up with. But yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't that for me. It was like a big wake-up call, just on life in general. And who do I want to be? Where do I want to be? Where do I want to go? It's not over. You know, it's not. It's actually only just beginning. So on your first page, it says, get to know yourself again and start your second half of this journey called life with purpose and your eyes set on a goal. Also because, you know, we are older and we have a better idea of what we like and what we want to do and what we're good at. You know, when I was 20, all I wanted to do was study interior design. And although I still love it, it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. So we get to know ourselves a little better each year that we get older. And, you know, at midlife, I think it's the perfect time to really decide what we want, know ourselves well enough to know what we want, and then just go get it. Because we're only halfway there. Like, we still have our whole lives ahead of ourselves. So I'm going to read the introduction, and then I'm not going to give much away after that. Okay, that's the same as the back. Okay, 40 made me panic a little. For the first time in my life, I knew time was no longer on my side. I realized that if I get to turn 80 one day, I am already halfway through my life. I thought about all my dreams I haven't yet accomplished and honestly felt a little anxiety about fulfilling them. Also felt tremendous changes in my body. Things that used to be easy were not so easy anymore. By not paying attention to certain things in my earlier years and taking myself, my body, and time for granted, left me with an unsure feeling on unfamiliar grounds. And because I've never felt like this in my life, except maybe back in my 20s when I struggled to fall pregnant, I knew I had to put it all down to paper. I spent the past 18 months collecting my thoughts, working through my fears, and writing this book. I came to the realization that it is not a midlife crisis. It is not something to be afraid of. My story isn't done. I'm still here, and the best is yet to come. I bring to you instead theories about midlife's downside, calling it a crisis, but to a better and brighter future, setting a new tone for life, embracing the moments and cleaning up. Midlife Cleanse has become my baby, and as I journeyed through the past 18 months, writing this book, I realized God is also always in control, and we must make the most of where we are, regardless of how difficult it seems. Even if we take one step at a time, if we change one thing a month, we would have changed 12 things after a year. And that is a good starting point for the next 40 years of your life. After all, we are now wiser, more experienced, and know exactly what we want and where we are headed. If you are not sure about that yet, I promise you, you will have a much better idea of who you are and what you want after these 12 chapters. I look forward to spending the next year with you and help you the way I helped myself. I would love to hear from you during this journey. Remember to have some fun. So I'm not going to give away more than that, except I'm going to say that it is obviously a journey of self-discovery and just finding yourself again. So there is 12 chapters in the book, and after each chapter, let me just go past chapter 1. I tell you exactly what to do, and then there is your open spaces for your homework for the month. And then you will get chapter 2, and obviously the same thing. I will talk about whatever the chapter is about. Spirit, Mind and Soul is chapter 2, and then I will talk about it and I will tell you what to do. And then there is obviously your space to write down your thoughts and to clean up and find yourself and set yourself up for success and reaching for those goals and just finding you again, in between everything else that you have done, becoming a mom, getting married, getting the career, climbing the corporate ladder, all that stuff gets cleaned up here, and it sets you up for this next half of your life, which I think is pretty awesome. So ladies and men, perfect Christmas present. I will, in the description box below and everywhere on social media, I will put the exact places where you can buy this book and where you can get hold of it. It's definitely something that I would give friends and family and women from like literally even the age of 30. Like if you can set yourself up for success at an even younger age with the right goals in place and the right mindset and the right knowing yourself, why not start sooner than later? So I will put in the description box below where you can get your hands on this. For now, it is will be on my website, Gifted by Build a Box. Then it will soon be on burble.co.za, I think, but I will just go make sure and I will put it in the description box below. And obviously, if you order the book from me, I will sign a copy for you and I will make it out to whichever name you want. If you buy directly from the printers, then it obviously won't be signed. But guys, here is a perfect Christmas present for a lady. You can do this at 50, you can do this at 60. It's never too late. It's never too late to clean up. We all need a good spring clean. And that's what this book is. It's literally spring cleaning your life and moving forward, knowing where you're going, with that goal set. So I will share everything in the description box below. And let me know what you think and if you are excited to read it. And then I will obviously turn it into a Kindle soon. And I will sell it on Amazon. But one thing at a time and one step at a time, because little by little, a little becomes a lot. So for now, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to our channel And thank you for all the support and all the love. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, happy November. Be thankful for everything every day. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye.